Behaving Wealthy presents the High Worth Shift podcast. Behaving Wealthy. Be, have wealth. Who do you have to be to have wealth? The only difference between rich and broke is worthiness. Your behaviors and your habits are a reflection of your feelings of worth. I'm Robin A. Young, and I'm here to give you enough simple rich behaviors to increase your worth, your wealth, and your freedom. In fact, my promise to you is that every rich behavior I share could yield you 3 times richer results, creating your high worth shift. Welcome back to the High Worth Shift podcast. It's Robin A. Young, certified financial planner and CEO of Behaving Wealthy. And I'm so excited that you've chosen to spend your valuable time with me. Today's episode, Cancel Mistakes, will help you understand how to avoid the common retirement mistakes which decrease your financial security. Once you can accept these retirement truths and reject retirement myths, you can begin to accumulate enough money. My purpose is to light the way for you to increase your worth, your wealth, and your freedom. The easiest way for me to do just that is to help you get your money working harder for you. The 5 most common retirement myths ensure that you will not have enough money. It's critical that you accept that you must have enough money in your nest egg to cover the rising prices of your lifestyle in retirement. If you believe even one of these myths and act accordingly, you will not have enough. Retirement myth number 1, you need a lot of money to start retirement planning. This is simply not true. The reason this isn't true is because of the power of compounding. For compounding to work, compounding needs time. Compounding simply means that your return earns a return, and that return earns a return, and repeat over and over and over. I created a chart that illustrates how starting now is what matters most. Watch the video version of this episode on my YouTube channel. See the show notes for the link to view. If you've ever believed that your $50 isn't enough, then this chart will bust this myth. First, I calculate how much a 25-year-old could amass if she contributed $50 per month from now until retirement. She's on track to accrue a retirement balance of $148,666. Now look what happens when she waits 10 years to start saving for retirement. Her monthly $50 can only grow to $71,000. Do you notice how the end balance is less than half of what she could have had if she had started earlier? If she waited another 10 years, then $50 per month accumulates to only $32,000. This chart shows us the power of starting now and starting small, because if you don't, then you risk having not just less, but less than half in the future. Every year you wait, it's costing you. It doesn't matter if you are 25 or 35 or 45 or 55. Start today. Stop believing retirement myths and start believing retirement truths. Retirement truth number 1, start where you are. It's enough. Whatever you have today is enough to get started. Retirement myth number 2. During retirement, I'll only withdraw 4% from my nest egg so that I never touch my principal. Most people who make decisions based on this myth create a sad retirement scenario. The reason? 4% is rarely enough to cover expenses in retirement for the average person or household. The facts? If you have accumulated $1 million at retirement, then you can only spend $3,333 every month, which is about $40,000 a year for the rest of your life on the following expenses. We're talking bills, basic fund, travel, taxes, adult children, grandchildren, emergencies, renovations, and of course, health care. Or you will only have $2,500 a month, which is $30,000 a year, to cover these same expenses if you've accumulated $750,000. So what if you've only accumulated $500,000? Then you'll only have $1,667 per month, which is about $20,000 per year, to cover these same expenses. The truth, you must calculate the exact retirement withdrawals you'll need to maintain your current lifestyle in retirement. In the words of one of my clients, Robin, what do I need to do so that I am not a Walmart greeter? Do you want to cut your lifestyle in half in retirement? If you don't, then you must know exactly how much you need and want. I'd be delighted to calculate your private, customized retirement details for you so that you know exactly how much you need each year in retirement. You can send me an email to robin@behavingwealthy.com with the subject line, yes. You are worth maintaining your lifestyle in retirement. I'm committed to helping you create a retirement that's worthy of you. Stop believing retirement myths and start believing retirement truths. Retirement truth number 2, start by knowing your exact retirement income needs. Retirement myth number 3. I'll spend significantly less in retirement than I spend now. Again, this is not true. Please don't forget inflation truths. Inflation increases the cost of everything, and it decreases how far your dollar goes. You can afford less of everything. As you can see, prices have grown significantly. Let's look at another category, children, to illustrate that this myth is false, specifically adult children. Did you know that 54% of households that have a 30-year-old have an adult child living at home? That statistic was pre-COVID. 54%. Wow, just wow. Can you imagine? This is truly significant because most parents prioritize their kids' college planning over their retirement planning. They incorrectly assume that by waiting to save until after they've successfully launched their kids, that they will have more to save for retirement. Not only is that not true, but also their kids come back to live at home during and after college. Truth. At best, your current expenses remain the same in retirement. Sadly, most are not prepared for this scenario. And then, at worst, your expenses could increase during retirement. The tragedy is that most people aren't prepared for this common scenario either. Hello, inflation. There's nothing wrong with adult kids living at home if you're prepared for it. In fact, it may be quite an enjoyable experience. The most important consideration is not if it's true, it's have you planned for it? Can you afford it? Remember that you cannot finance retirement. Have you factored in helping your adult children into your retirement scenario? That's why calculating your customized nest egg target is a high priority for you. Stop believing retirement myths and start believing retirement truths. Retirement truth number 3, stop underestimating what you'll need for your decades in retirement and start believing that your expenses will remain the same or increase. Retirement myth number 4, your home will be paid off. More retirees today have a mortgage. In 1989, 25% of retirees had a mortgage. In 2019, 50% did. The prediction is that in 3 more decades, when you're likely in retirement, you'll be one of the 75% or more of retirees who actually have a mortgage. There are several socioeconomic reasons for this. 1, neighborhoods are changing more rapidly than they did 30 years ago, which means retirees move more often. When retirees sell their homes in retirement, the new home is likely more expensive. Remember inflation? People are living longer. Think about it. I'm sure that you don't want to outlive your money. What if you live until you're 95 or 100? Will your money last? If it won't, can you imagine working at 95? Now is the time to make sure that your money outlives you and not the other way around. The final socioeconomic reason: people are living better, more expensive lives, so they often spend more than they can afford in the early years of retirement. Picture a current situation when you have a lump sum amount. In a month or in a quarter, you say, "Where did my money go?" Because it is so easy to spend when you think you have a lot of money, even if part of that lump sum is earmarked for other bills. Think about the last few days before payday. You know, those bring your lunch days. I know that you don't want to live like that for years in retirement. So stop believing retirement myths and start believing retirement truths. Retirement truth number 4: stop assuming that you'll pay off your home and not buy another home in the 20 plus years of retirement. Start believing that you must be able to afford to upgrade your home or your amenities. Lastly, myth number 5: you're too old to start now. This assumes that you have not started saving enough for retirement. You are not too old. 3 principles I teach my clients, and I will share them with you. No judgment, no shame. Just take a baby step today. Start where you are, and it will grow from here. Trust compounding. I see it time after time after time. Compounding helps you maximize and optimize the money you have. My commitment to you is to give you a rich behavior that could yield you 3 times richer results. Your money could be working harder for you. Today's rich behavior is to reject these 5 retirement myths. Confirm that you accept these 5 retirement truths. Now it's time to review the 5 myths. If you need to, listen to this episode again to confirm that you can truly renounce these incorrect beliefs. If you have additional questions, then feel free to reach out to me for more clarity. You can email me at robin@behavingwealthy.com. Now, once you embrace retirement facts, you can begin to build true financial freedom. Reject retirement myths that will leave you unprepared and worried about running out of money. Congratulations on taking this baby step towards your money working for you. Remember that baby steps lead to quantum leaps. Financial quantum leaps create sustainable financial security. Now that you know today's rich behavior, it's time to make your move. Tell us when you complete today's rich behavior and what richer results you experience because you took today's baby step. Text 888-85-WORTH, 888-85-96784. We want to know how you are increasing your worth, your wealth, and your freedom. I know you're worth it, and I want you to know you're worth it. Most importantly, I want you to behave like you're worth it. If you loved what you learned today, please be sure to hit the follow button so you never miss a future episode, and leave a review to help me reach even more listeners just like you looking to maximize and turn their hard-earned income into more. The High Worth Shift podcast is created and copywritten in partnership with Robin A. Young and Behaving Wealthy. Be sure to rate, review, and follow the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Especially, be sure to rate, review, and follow the podcast if you really liked it. My promise to you is in every episode to give you one rich behavior that can yield you 3 times richer results. That gives you a 300% return on your time spent with me. Remember, richer results are on the other side of today's rich behavior. You are worth more. It's time to make your move.
Make your move. It's time to focus on yourself. Make your move. Baby, don't mind nobody else. Make your move. Do things that make you happier. Yeah. Make your move. Yeah, you can do it, just relax. Hey, baby, and trust yourself. Good things tend to take some time. Remember, you're the one in charge of yourself and of your life. Allow yourself to be. Listen to your heart, you'll see. There's a power that's waiting. Find it and then set it free. Yeah, you can do anything you put your